I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Hotwife Sadie Rose. Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
I am a mom, a wife, um, girlfriend. I started about 18 to 24 months ago. Um, I'm just seeing where the ball rolls, where it takes me, and I'm trying to have fun with it. I enjoy um, like the beach. I like puzzles, anything outdoors. So just kind of more like down to earth, kind of chill, hang out, nothing too crazy.
You've just answered our whole interview in one sentence.
Yes, let's go.
What are your stats, your measurements?
So 36, 30, 38, I believe.
Okay. How
Mhm.
did you start in the adult industry?
Actually, um, I'd say I trip and fell, but I mean I didn't. But um, I was modeling and I was taking like some nude implieds, topless photos, and obviously I can't put those on Facebook or Instagram, things like that. So I was like, hey, I can put my modeling photos, but I can't put these ones. So let me create like an OnlyFans and I'll put them up there so I can at least sell those photos. Um, so I did that, but then I moved out of Massachusetts and into South Carolina where I didn't shoot as much. I still did here and there, but it wasn't as often. So I didn't have as many photos. I could have done selfies and stuff, but I didn't upkeep with it. It wasn't, super important to me at the time. Um, and so it kind of like plateaued, died off. And me and my husband are in the lifestyle, and he was like, "Look, I got some videos, and let's just see, like, because what am I going to do with them? Maybe we can, put them on your OnlyFans you created and see what happens." And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it. Well, if it takes off, it takes off, and if it doesn't, then so what? We'll just stay with doing what we're doing." And fortunately, it went well, and then I started getting people who wanted to collab and snowballed into this. So that's where I'm at now.
How did you create the name?
Well, when I was doing my modeling, I had to do a pinup event, and so they asked me to make a name, and I wanted to kind of keep it as real as possible, so I used all the same initials, and just went and Googled like good pinup names and then pieced together the ones that I liked that still matched me. And that's kind of where it took off from, and I just kept it and ran with it.
Why do you want to become a porn star?
Um, I I mean, I guess it wasn't really like, oh, I want to be a porn star. Like it wasn't like that kind of mentality.
Hmm.
Um, but once it kind of like took off, I was like, oh, I could do this. Like, I mean, it's my everyday life somewhat anyway. We're in the lifestyle and we're,
Yep.
meeting new people and we're exploring the things we like, we don't like, things like that. So I was like, I mean, I'm already half doing it on camera for us to rewatch. Why not just do it? And now I mean, it's just doing it more often and it's fun. So until it's not fun anymore, then I won't do it. But for now, I'm figured I'd have a good time and enjoy the ride.
Can you tell us about your first shoot? Was it what you expected?
My first ever collab or like my first pro shoot.
Your first pro shoot?
My first pro shoot was it was nice. So I actually it hasn't even dropped yet. The one that I did. But it's for Vixen. Um, and it was, I mean, there was a lot of people there, but it was really nice. I mean, you had your hair, your makeup done, you had a wardrobe team, you had a social media team, you had a photographer who took your pictures. I mean, it was the whole shebang. It was really nice, which from what I hear, like you normally your first pro shoot is not from, Vixen or whatever, but I got lucky and got the opportunity, and it was a lot of fun. The people were really nice. The experience was really cool. My husband got to be there, so that was also really cool. Um, so I had a really good first experience. I mean, I've shot with others since, but it was really nice. It was a little um probably awkward for maybe like 5 minutes um of like there's maybe like 30, 40 people there, and you're about to fuck and everybody's kind of like watching, but at the same time everybody was there for all the same reasons. It wasn't like, oh, just people, ran in just to watch. It
Yeah.
was everybody was there for a purpose. So after the first like couple minutes, I was like, all right, we're all here for the same thing. It's not that big a deal. Like it's fine. Just enjoy yourself, have fun. It's good. So it was a really good experience.
What surprised you the most since joining the adult industry?
Um, Honestly, I'm not sure. Probably myself. Um, and I'm not even sure how to go into detail with that, but I would say that I don't know a lot about the industry. Like I didn't watch it before I was in it. So for me, I don't know a lot of names. I don't know a lot of people. Um, and then learning things that, about the industry that, maybe some people before they get into it, like research or, if you're going to start a job, you kind of look into it like, oh, I kind of want to know a little bit about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really do that. So for me, I'm just like, I think I'm more surprising myself and like, going beyond things that people are saying, oh my gosh, like you're becoming so big. And I don't see it because I don't know what big is. I don't know who big people are. I don't know some of these things. So I guess I'm more kind of just surprising myself, like trying to get um the most acquainted and still trying to navigate the industry as quickly as it's happening for me. So maybe myself.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oof, this is a hard one. Um, I say it's a hard one because I'm more of a live in the moment.
Yeah.
I want to be somebody who has goals, but at the same time, if I'm not having like I don't want to set a goal of like I want to be the best porn star out there, and then in 3 years from now not be having fun
Yeah.
and but still being like, oh, I got to be the best at like and then you're not really enjoying it. So I guess my goal would be to, do the best I can while I'm enjoying it. So if it ends up being in 5 years I'm still killing it and it's going great, awesome, would love it. But I just want to, I guess in 5 years, I'm just hoping that I'm still happy with whatever I'm doing, whether it's in the industry or not in the industry. That's what I want to be doing, is I just want to make sure that no matter what I'm doing, I'm happy doing it. I don't want to be miserable.
This question's easier.
Okay.
What's your favorite sexual position on and off camera and why?
Oh. Um, okay. I would say off camera would probably be missionary. Um, I like the visual. I also like being able to see the person and kind of get that uh, like chemistry connection with like my partners.
Yeah.
Um, I would say on camera, probably doggy. Just you feel more of the penetration. Um, I mean, you're still having chemistry, but it's not as intimate um, as the other, like when you are with your partner.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If you weren't creating adult content, what would you be doing?
If I wasn't creating content,
Yes.
um, I would probably be doing something physical, like manual labor type, whether it was massage, because I mean, I was doing that before I started in the industry anyway, but massage, my husband had a construction company and I would help and do that, install fans, put wood, like flooring down, everything. I like to be physically doing something. I don't want to sit at a computer. I don't want to be like this. Um, I like to be more active.
Yeah.
So I would say probably something more like physical.
Are there any sex acts that you want to shoot?
Um, I honestly want to shoot things that are, I would say maybe slightly out of my comfort zone or something that like I haven't done before that I don't know if I like or dislike until I try it, which was really like something I liked about or like about being in the lifestyle is, sometimes somebody's like, "Oh, hey, like what about trying this?" And I'm like, "I don't know. We could try it. I don't know if I like it or not, but if I don't, I'll let you know." So I guess for me, like having different experiences, trying different new things. Those are things that I would like to do. I just don't have anything like specific.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't done a gangbang. And I have a specific, like somebody's asked me, and I'm like, okay, I've come up with like a whole spiel of things for this one gangbang and the number of people and what the rules are going to be and all this stuff, but I haven't done it yet. So I would say that's probably one of the things I'd like to try to get done, maybe like this year. Um, but I don't really have anything that's like, I really want to do this. Um, I guess my thing is just experiencing something new, something I haven't already experienced before.
Okay, I know you've already said you don't know names, but we'll give it a shot. Which porn star do you most like to work with?
Um, I honestly, I guess maybe I would say, and maybe it's a little like cliche because it's what's popular right now, but I would say maybe like Angela White just to learn something. And not only that, but like I feel like I would ask advice, on top of just kind of making magic.
Cool. What would you change about the adult industry?
Oh, um, honestly, I'm not 100% sure because I haven't been in it a whole lot. So I don't know a lot of the the, the good, the bad, the ugly, like all those kind of things. I've had a lot of good experiences. So for me, it's not like a whole lot of like, oh, I would change that. I wouldn't do that. Like, um, I guess the only thing would be is the judgment that comes from people who aren't in the industry. I wish they could understand that. Um, I mean, everybody's having sex anyway. You're having it in your bedroom, you're having it wherever, that just because somebody else is doing it and it's on camera doesn't mean that they are a bad person or they are looked at upon like shame or like, any kind of judgment from it. I guess that's probably the only thing that I would try to change at this point because there's not really anything that I've found in the industry yet, um, that I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's got to go or that's got to stop. That I don't know.
Has the stigma around the adult industry affected you?
Yes. Um, I mean, it being in the lifestyle as well as being in the industry. I mean, I've lost Um, we've lost some friends because of it. Um, I mean, before they even knew it was a thing like that I did, it was fine. And I was doing it at the time. But when they found out, it was like, oh, we can't be friends now. And I was like, well, it's been happening for 6 months and you had no idea. So that part kind of sucks a little bit. Um, but aside from that, I really haven't had too many issues. I mean, I tell my family and they all know so that there's no like surprise if somebody comes up to them. It's like, oh my God, do you know that Sadie's blah, blah, blah? Like, yep. And whatever makes her happy, or, like whatever that kind of thing is. I don't want anybody to ever feel like uh, the rug is swept out from underneath them because of me. So I don't, aside from that, I don't think there's really much.
What advice would you give to someone wanting to get into the adult industry?
Um, I would say, um, do what makes you happy. Don't cave. Um, you don't have to do everything right away. Um, do what makes you happy, and don't. I would say don't be afraid to like voice your opinion. If you're not okay with something, or make sure you're upfront and say what your boundaries are and stuff, so that you're not end up doing something you don't really want to do.
What hobbies and interests do you have outside of the adult industry?
I love baseball. Baseball is my favorite sport. I love going to the beach. I like, well, anything outside, hiking, outdoors, whatever it is, unless it's cold out. I don't like the cold. Um, I enjoy puzzles, family time, anything that I can do with, whether it's my kids, my parents, siblings, whatever. I always enjoy that kind of stuff.
Do you use sex toys? If so, which ones?
I do. I stream and we get to use some. I use a lot of Lovense stuff. I have gotten a couple other toys. One of my favorites is the We Vibe Melt. I did just get a new toy from Honeybox. So I've got quite a few. I don't use them like as often because obviously if I don't have to use them, I don't. But I do here and there definitely like to use a few.
Do you watch porn? If so, what type?
I I don't. Um, I I haven't besides like my own because I have to but the only time I've ever watched any other porn is when we went to like a lifestyle club um or an event where it's playing in the background and you look up on the TV and you see it playing, but I don't like actually sit there and I'm like, all right, let's see. Like I don't really watch it. I never have, so I don't even know what like um genre I would want to watch. I like variety, so I probably would change it every time, to
Mix
be
it up.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you were interviewing a porn star, what would you ask them?
Hmm. Um, I'd probably ask what their worst and best experiences were and why, even if it wasn't a specific um like one specific collab, but if it's something that they experienced, like that they didn't and how they responded to it, and maybe something that they really did and how it it developed, or how that may have created their themselves going forward.
What turns you on?
Um, Personality. Um, I like to know the person. and make sure they're a good person. So I don't, you can be hot, can have all the physical features, which I do. I like certain things. I like jaw lines. I like a good back. Um, I like um, calves. I like veins. But in the end, like you could be a 10 and be a complete douchebag, excuse my language or whatever, but just a bad person. And I'm not interested. I don't care how hot you are. I don't care anything. I'm not the type that's like, well, I would fuck him, just be quiet, like, and that's not me. I'm definitely like, no, I want to know what kind of person, because otherwise it's not happening. So personality is definitely something that will get to me. Like I will be more interested in fucking you if you come across as kind, genuine, funny, like in actuality, a good person.
Who from the adult industry would you like to nominate to answer these questions?
I'm gonna say Hotwife Heidi Hayes. She's a North Carolina gal, and she's a hottie, so I think she would be good to get on.
Cool. Hotwife Sadie Rose, thank you very much for doing the interview.
Thank you so much.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?